Morning. I'm incredibly frustrated this morning, and at 4 o'clock this morning I was writing an advert looking to rehome bear and posted it again on Facebook. I'm sure there's many of you who've followed our journey so far and are aware of things. And last night he was up barking and then he settled. He was up barking and then he settled. I don't know how many times he woke me up. This is the third day on the run that he woke me up with his going on with himself. So let him out. He didn't want to do anything. This was by 3 in the morning. Let him out. He didn't want to do anything. So he ended up sitting outside. But he gets upset when he's not with you. But he wants to be outside. And why should I go outside and play at night time? You know, why? I'm talking at stupid o'clock in the morning. It's not. I don't want to. I don't see why I should have to. We've all got needs, and my need is to sleep. I've got responsibilities, and my responsibility is to all of the animals and myself. And if I'm not able to sleep at night, I can't take care of all the animals. Today I've got a lot to do, and everything's now an hour later again. And it's like yesterday I was really gentle with myself, and today I can't be so gentle with myself because I have to go and drop my washing, and then I have to wait for my washing to be done unless I leave getting my washing done, which I suppose is possible. But if it's going to rain, I need to go and do my washing, and then so I can dry it, because on a dry day, because outside is the only place I can dry my washing. You cannot dry big items of clothing in the tiny house. It's really not practical. You can dry your pair of leggings and your underwear and socks and things like that without an issue, but you don't want too much. You do not want too much damp in a house that's that small. So yeah, you've got to be really mindful of what you do with your washing. But I have everything else to do, and Bear's improved considerably, so he doesn't usually have me up at night anymore. It used to be all the time. It used to be every night, and for whatever reason it's been 3 nights now in a row, which is unusual, but it's happening. He's also out longer during the day because the days are longer. He's still got his full length hour walks. He's still eating plenty and getting attention and being like with me most of the day. Come on. For all his improvements yesterday, when the duckling, I realised that it was very likely to have been Bear with the duckling, with it being in his space. It really reminded me the danger of him being unsupervised with the animals. Well, the idea of him being here was that he can take care of the animals. His breed is a protection dog, a guard dog for livestock. So that's his natural breeding. So it's bred into him to instinctually trust and live with and share space with sheep, mainly. But it's because he's so playful and not realising he's so big and that it's dangerous. But he takes a very long time, and you've got to catch him as he pounces to tell him that it's, you know, to tell him no. But his understanding of the word no and the length of time it takes him to learn the word no is challenging, because it's not instant, and he's the slowest dog that I've ever trained before, ever. But it's possibly because he's had so long in his lifetime doing whatever the hell he wanted, that it takes longer to go in. He wants to be with someone who can chill out with, sit about with, and be a pet, really. Be a house pet, be a snuggly, buggly house dog that gets to hang out outside a lot, because he doesn't like being too warm. His climate, you know, the difference in him in the temperature. When it's hot here, he really is not comfortable. Yet when it's cooler, he's so happy, and you can see a complete difference in him. So yeah, that's where we're at, and that's what I believe he needs at the moment. Good evening, or afternoon. We're off on our wander. I feel much better now. I've had a little cry and just got myself in order, you know. Went and sorted out my laundry thanks to Moira and Too Short. Moira made me a beautiful breakfast, bacon and sausage, which I rarely eat, because I usually just eat pretty much vegan or veggie, well, 90% of the time. So it were a really lovely treat. Thank you, Moira. Had a natter with Andrea, Hedgewich Healing, and she gave me a little reminder to, you know, fuck it, kind of thing. Remember that I'm doing really well. I'm doing the best that I can with Bear, and with the project, and there's only me, and I'm doing phenomenal apparently, because you know, it's 4 months in, and roughly, yeah, we're about to hit the mark, aren't we, for 4 months. On the 3rd of March it'll be 4 months. So yeah, and in that time I've done what I've done, and I've remembered to keep the balance, and I've hosted over 20 people, and I've really made a positive change. So not just in my life, but with the ground and with the animals. Bear is a different dog to the one that I got originally. He's improved just so much. Having people tell you that, you know, it's your fault, you can sort it if you want to, don't dump your dog, don't tie it up. I'm sure if they had similar circumstances, they'd be pulling on their heartstrings just as much as I pull on mine, because I can't stand dogs being tied up. And the fact is that because the fencing isn't good enough to keep dogs in, especially because of the damage now, and there's no, well, there isn't money budgeted for fencing now, you know. 150 metre, was it 150 metre? Yeah, 150 metres of fencing was a considerable amount, really, considering it's not exactly a house or a back garden. So it's certainly been a challenge, and setting up my solar system and everything that has been done since I began. So I've still got the bigger vision. I've got people who believe in me and who think that what I've done is pretty damn cool, and they know that I'm capable of better and more given time, due to the fact that they know how worn out I am with the way things are with Bear. They've watched the weight drop off me. They've run about, given me food, cooked me meals, and made sure, like, checked in and made sure I'm resting and stuff. And I have been, you know. So, but yeah, people do that. They tend to think that they know better, and they think about what's the best for the dog and not what's the best for the human involved. Because some people just don't fit certain dogs. There's many people said, oh, I've got a Estrella and they're fine with birds and stuff. Yes, it's beautiful that they are, but Bear needs a heck of a lot more training to be as good as he could be and reach his full potential. And his training and the energy for his training and his walks and his moving about and everything, it really does, especially when he's up at night barking, it really does take its toll. So I'm not going to beat myself up for the fact that if he does go, I am going to be gutted, but I do know that I've done my best. So we have got someone who's interested. We've got 2 people actually who are interested, but that just means that they're interested. Doesn't mean that they're genuinely suitable. Hold on, cyclist. That went really well. I know you can only tell that I paused the video, but he didn't jump or lunge at the cyclist. Epic win. He used to be trying to drag me all over. So he does get somewhere, you know. So today I've managed to clean out all the animals. I've treated all the pens. I've gave them all fresh food and veg on top of the other stuff. I mean, I do that anyway, but you know. Cleaned out all the water drinkers. I've managed to clean the teepee because there was a duck down duvet gifted us, and somehow a mouse had got in it before it arrived, and when it opened up the bag in the teepee, there was like an explosion, and it all looked very magical, but I'm sure, but at the end of the day it was very feathery in there, and now it's not. So all that's cleared away, and it's ready for chilling out and spending time in again, which is fantastic. I've made my bed, but extra specially made it. I've tidied up. I've turned the big blanket over so it's a different colour, so I'm on orange and yellow at the moment for sacral and solar plexus chakras. I've made pea and mint soup ready for later, and I've decided to treat myself again because I can. And today I'm going to have Intermarché Viennetta, caramel flavour, because I do believe I've got a guest coming and they'll either want some or they won't. And if they don't, it's not a problem. I don't have to worry. I will certainly finish it all myself. So even if I end up feeling a bit sick, it's fine. So yes, I have, well, I'm going to make the dogs food for tomorrow as well. But yeah, I'm back on track. I kicked myself up my arse. I really allowed myself to feel and to process everything that was going on, and to see the truth, or my truth in it, and what's real and what's true and what's realistic. You know, yeah, it's real that I could carry on struggling with Bear. It's real that I might end up doing if these two people aren't suitable. It's also real and true that they might take him and bring him back. It's all possibilities, and I'm open for them. But it's also true that I have a vision and a project and responsibilities, and generating an income is one of them, which, unless people are going to pay me to babysit Bear, it's usually the other way around, mind, then yeah, I do believe that the way forward is definitely for Bear for me to keep trying as I am and look for a suitable home where he can run and be off lead and play more, because he loves playing, and where he's not around chickens, and where he can get socialised with the chickens, where people have got way more time, you know. So yeah, that's where I'm up to. That's where I'm at. Oh, I also managed to go and get 8 bottles of water, and I've used them all already, but that's okay. And I'm ready. The empty bottles are in the car, ready to go and get some more, because everything's topped up now and clean. So it's just a case of getting some more, and that can sit there and, you know, as I go through. So a lot of epic wins today, even for a tired Teddy. I know I'm doing well. I am proud of myself for managing to carry on, and I know that asking for help is so important sometimes, and being honest and realistic. So I'm really grateful to Kate and Jilly, Andrea, Moira and Too Short for being supportive today, and give me a kick in the right direction, or helping me give me a kick in the right direction, and get me shit in order. Alright, thanks guys. Big loves.